I don't know what it means.
Fair enough.
All I'm saying is, if I were you, I'm not going to judge. I wouldn't have put my penis in it. You might want to get tested.
What? I don't even know.
Anyways,
nothing happened.
Hey, welcome to Multitap, you guys. Your source of absolutely nothing. This is just kind of a place where we shoot the shit for shits and giggles. Say shit twice in a sentence. I suppose it works out. I don't fucking know. I have no idea what this podcast is. It's a gaming tech movie.
It's surely something.
It's a nerd culture podcast. We touch on news and we do other stuff. And you can get it at your favorite podcast listening services, Apple, Spotify. You can get it on YouTube, all on every single Thursday. We never miss a single fucking week. Every Thursday you could get this goddamn podcast. But if you want to get it 2 days early, you can head on over to patreon.com/GamesTechMM, where starting at just $1, showing us a little bit of support, you could start getting access to our bonus podcast, our bi-weekly podcast called Free Ballin'. Some really cool shit over there. So yeah, if you want to throw some dollars, you can go ahead and do that over on Patreon. If not, we appreciate the listens, the views. Please, if you can, leave us a nice review on Apple Podcast services. I was looking today. We have some 5-star reviews.
Nice.
So it's pretty cool. But yeah, let's get started. I'm your humble host, Enzo. Joining me is the host with the most, BDB Bruno.
As always.
How you been, man?
Just kind of tired, but I'm feeling good right now, actually.
It's that Red Bull.
I wouldn't even entirely say the Red Bull, though.
And it's because it's like heroin light.
Red Bull?
No, I have no idea. I don't know.
I don't think there are different tiers of heroin. I think heroin's just heroin.
Heroin might just be heroin. That could be a thing.
Probably
I don't
is.
fucking know.
Anyway, to move forward from there.
Yeah, how you been, man? What have you been playing this week?
What I've been playing recently, not too much. I started playing BioShock, the original one, because it's on PS Plus for this month. And
I can't wait till you get to the end.
Yeah, so I've never played it before.
It
For anyone listening, I've never played BioShock before. I know it's really terrible that I've never played that game before. I'm really liking it so far. Of course, there are a lot of things that I have problems with just because of how dated they are, but I'm looking past that just because I understand. Because it's an old game. But I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm only a few hours in because I like to run off and just explore and collect everything. So I don't always stay focused on just story. Good thing is it's very linear and that there's not like a whole open world to explore. There's just a pretty
BioShock
size.
Came out quite some time ago. When BioShock came out, I wasn't even in high school yet. No, I wasn't. I want to say BioShock came out in 2005.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I wouldn't be so sure about the first one.
What else you been playing?
Other than that, we played some Battlefront 2, the good one from 2005 on the PS2 the other day.
2007. I was I was just going into high school.
Yeah, wow, that was a good long time ago.
Yeah,
I guess when you put it in that perspective.
13 years ago.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Yep.
But Battlefront 2 as well. We were playing that.
Yeah, we were. We got a gameplay that is live when you're listening to this. Go watch it. We're funny sometimes.
Keyword sometimes. Other than that, no, that's all I've been playing for real. Not too ranged, I guess. Just those two games.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, I've been, I started playing The Witcher 2 as I was playing The Witcher 3.
Yes.
So I'm playing both Witcher 2 and 3. Playing...
Not a good idea at all.
No,
it's 2.
It's not, but like...
same time as playing 3.
It's not as bad as I remember it. Because
no.
I definitely remember us talking about it, and I was like, 1 and 2 were shit. 2's not really shit. I I don't know why I didn't. Like, maybe I'm just remembering a different game.
I think that's entirely possible because we've gone back and played a few games now to where you didn't like them at all and realizing that they're not as bad as you remember. Or maybe it's just how your tastes have changed. Could be either.
I don't know. But other than that, I, at the same time, am playing Kakarot, which is the most fun I've had with the game since God of War. I'm not saying it's the best game to come out since God of War. Like, let me be clear on that. It's the most fun I've had with a game since God of War. Which, if you're not having fun with a game, what the fuck is the point?
Yeah.
Like,
and also,
it feels really good.
You're not particularly a big
No, I'm not
Dragon
a huge Dragon Ball fan. So
pretty good on their end if they can make a game that kind of pulls you in like that.
It's nice. There could be some nostalgia to it. I did play, like, I think it was called Dragon Ball Z Path of Goku or some shit like that. On the Game Boy Advance.
One? Yeah.
It feels like if that was fleshed out, kind of. But yeah, no, I'm liking it. It's nice. I was streaming that. If you want to catch me streaming Kakarot or other games, you can do that at twitch.tv/GamesTechMM, where I randomly stream. I don't have a stream schedule, so don't expect one. No. Like, we really don't try with Twitch. Twitch really is like whenever we feel like streaming, we stream. Now, in the future, we're going to have a streaming series where we do a weekly thing. But right now, we don't have any of that, so fuck it.
You know what we should stream on Twitch? All of the Harry Potter games.
We shouldn't. I
told you I'd find a way to bring it up.
Other than that, you piece of fucking trash. You absolute piece of garbage. You cum bubble of a cock. I meant to say cuck, and I fucked up that insult, but
it still works.
Cum bubble of a cock?
Yeah, I'd say that still
Does that work?
I'd say it works.
Huh. Maybe.
Probably works better than the first one.
Cum bubble of a cuck, I think sounds far more insulting.
I think it sounds far more insulting, but I think cum bubble of a cock sounds a little bit more, like, real.
Maybe.
Yeah, just, I guess, depends on what your preference is with that. Anyways, what have you been watching recently, if anything?
I didn't get through my playlist.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I've also been playing... We were playing some Champions.
Oh, yeah, that's
Battlefront. Right. I played with you. Detroit. I played a little bit of Detroit. I'm playing too many things at once, man. It is... I think I'm going to zone into Kakarot and The Witcher 3 this week.
Yeah, I think that would be a good choice.
I'll probably stream Kakarot because I don't feel bad at being bad at that game. I'm not good at Dragon Ball Z games. If I'm bad at The Witcher, man, I don't question existence.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty bad at The Witcher.
Yeah, I'm not the greatest at The Witcher, but I think my upgrades that I've got with the skills have just made me be able to play it a little bit better. So I'm still bad at it, but because of all my upgrades, it looks better when I'm shit at the game. But
yeah, which you're farther than I am, so
yeah, I still need to finish that actually. So I might do that. I feel like I'm in the inverse situation that you're in, where I'm not playing. I feel like I'm not playing enough right now, because I feel like to me I'm not.
Yeah, I don't feel like you are. You're doing other things. Did you start reading The Witcher series, the books?
Yeah, I'm about. I started reading The Last Wish, which is the first of the main trilogy, and because there were two short story books beforehand, and then the series goes on.
Yeah,
from there.
That's respectable. I am a fucking imbecile and don't particularly care to read.
I also this is probably bad on my end. Same thing with you. Playing too much at once. I feel like I'm going to start reading too much at once because I just ordered the full 1-volume version of Justice League Kingdom Come.
Oh yeah.
So I have that coming in soon.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm going to read that for sure.
That sounds like it's going to be a good time.
I also need to finish, because I did start rereading this a while ago, The Silmarillion.
Amen to that.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna read the Silmarillion.
It's better than I remember. I remember it being really boring. Like the first.
That's because it is.
To me, it's not. But I'm like, I get real into the whole shit with Tolkien and his work. I just dive into it pretty much. It just consumes me.
Yeah, I don't.
That's kind of why I don't want to read it just yet, because I still have to read The Witcher, and I kind of want to deep dive into that world and get a full scope of what it's like being enveloped into that universe. And so I'm just in a weird predicament where I feel like I'm reading too much all at once, which I clearly am, because I will not. I can't finish all of these at once. I can definitely finish. I can do Witcher and Kingdom Come because it's a Kingdom Come's comic. It's a little bit easier to get through, but I can't do the Silmarillion and The Last Wish at the same time, especially because the Silmarillion will take up too much time, because I know I love that universe and I will just sink into it again. But then eventually when I finish The Last Wish, I can move forward with that series, finish that up, then do Silmarillion fully, and then move on with the rest of the Tolkien books that I still have yet to finish.
Yeah. No, that's respectable. I have not read anything since
Ahsoka? Probably?
Yeah, probably Ahsoka.
Which you still need to finish that.
Yeah, I do.
Good book.
I probably won't, if we're being 100%.
Yeah.
I
feel that.
I don't have time right now for games, I feel like, almost.
Yeah.
Like, I still have a shit ton to do going through, like, just the different editing stuff we need to do and planning and so on and so forth.
Yeah. This is a very odd time to start trying to do everything we didn't get to do before, because now there's more on top of it.
Yeah, but in a weird way, we feel like obligated to almost because, just because.
Yeah. But I think hopefully we'll get around to everything we want to do. I know there are some things I'll never get around to doing, so far as things to play, things to watch, but I've kind of accepted that now and just been like, I'm fine with it. Like, it's not that big of a deal, to me at least.
Yeah, no, I feel you. What is with your outfit today? You look like a cowboy at a slumber party. It's interesting. I'm not saying I dislike it. Who is also like stuck in the Arctic?
Yeah, honestly,
I'm not saying I dislike it, but I just
threw
on
something. The warmest articles of clothing I had.
Why? It's not like really that cold in here.
Not in here. I was just really cold, like the past 2 days.
You're dying.
I just wake up and I just get really cold, and I like to stay warm, which is weird because I prefer the cold over the warm so far as weather, but I like to stay warm. I think it's because I like being warm, so I like being in the cold so that I can keep myself warm. But if I'm warm, then I'm just like, fuck this, because I have no way of getting myself cold, or at least cooled down to where I'm not fucking dying of heat stroke.
Yeah.
It's a weird method.
It is. That is kind of weird. That is. So we're not going to, typically we touch on other things. We're just going to skip past that today. So yeah.
I know I mentioned it before and we didn't get to it yet, but what have you been watching?
Nope. That's
Nothing?
what we're skipping past.
Oh, I know.
We're skipping past. So
no. So I know why we're skipping past this.
Stories do you want to?
Now, before we get to that, I will at least say that I just finished my Harry Potter marathon, because I know that's why you skipped it. Yes, I finished my Harry Potter marathon. Just finished Deathly Hallows Part 2 about a day ago.
Hate you.
Yep. But I've been watching other stuff other than that. I wasn't going to go on about Harry Potter. I watched Superman 2. Great movie.
Except for that it's not.
I think the first 2 old Superman movies are good. After that, I stopped liking them.
Why do you like terrible, nerdy movies?
I don't know.
Nerdy movies don't have to be terrible, but you like all the terrible ones.
Not all the terrible ones. I don't like Batman and Robin, Batman Forever. I don't like those.
See, I like those.
Really?
No.
I was about to say, do you remember those movies?
No, I don't like them.
You probably don't remember them. I like Batman vs Superman.
Batman and Robin. I remember, like, I could rewrite that movie. We watched that movie a million times. That's why I hate Uma Thurman.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Uma Thurman either. And I think it just comes back to, like you were saying,
I think
Poison
Mark
Ivy.
wanted to be Poison Ivy or some shit like that, which is why we watched it so many times.
Why?
I
don't even really... I have my own answer to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why.
But yeah, other than that, I also started rewatching Smallville. You happy?
Which is on Hulu now, right?
I think so. I don't know. I don't have Hulu, so I haven't been
Where'd
able
you
to
stop
check what's
off?
on. Still on season 1. I just stopped on the episode where Amy Adams was the villain of the episode, where she gets weird hunger cravings from kryptonite,
yeah,
and
Amy Adams was in that, wasn't she?
She starts eating people, and the CG's so bad when she unclenches her jaw down so far because it's the year 2000, and it was the CW, and their budget already isn't that high, and it just looks so terrible. But then you're like, oh yeah, Amy Adams. She played a fat character who got skinny. So seeing her with the fat suit, makeup, and all that, it's like, oh right, fuck, gross. Amy Adams was in this.
She's Lois Lane now, right?
Yeah, and that's why I thought it was so funny. She's Lois Lane now.
She would later come to replace.
I found out that
Whoever was Lois
Henry
Lane on
Cavill apparently auditioned for Superman a good few times. He did it for Superman Returns.
There was like a canceled Abrams movie, wasn't there?
Yeah, the canceled Abrams movie and Superman Returns. He auditioned both times.
Nuts.
And he didn't. And Brandon Routh also auditioned for the J.J. Abrams one. He eventually got Superman Returns. So it just seems like Superman has a way, no matter who auditions, they always seem a way to cast that person. Except Nicolas Cage. Well, he played Nicolas Cage in the Teen Titans Go movie. He played Superman in that movie.
Just another reason not to see that movie, you guys. Just throwing that out there.
What? I mean, terrible. I'm not going to say that I'm going to watch that movie, but what's wrong with Teen Titans Go? It's a kid's movie. You wouldn't see it anyway. Well, I guess unless you wanted to take the kids to see it. But other than that...
Are you trying to trigger me? Is it because I said I hate Harry Potter? Are you doing this because I said I hate Harry Potter?
Maybe.
Because you know that Teen Titans Go is a fucking monstrosity of an insult of the fact that they kept the same name as the fucking cartoon that originally Cartoon Network ran, which was fucking amazing, by the way. Y'all want to watch some quality TV? Go back and watch fucking all the seasons of fucking the original Teen Titans, where they had good storylines and casts, and they didn't worry about fucking who posted what on fucking Twitter and viral videos, and fucking Beast Boy's a little bitch, and then Raven's a fucking manic depressant. Like yeah, she always had mental illness, but they dealt with that on the fucking show. This one, they fucking memify it, and she's just like this fucking I fucking hate you. I hate you so much.
So maybe don't talk shit about Harry Potter next time. Piece of shit.
Harry Potter's the worst, though. So, anyways.
To move forward, then. Now that I've got everything I watched, do you actually want to mention what you've watched, or you still don't actually have anything?
I don't have anything. I haven't watched anything this week.
But you typically don't watch too much to begin with. We do need to go see Sonic and Birds of Prey, though.
Sonic looks pretty good. Birds of Prey looks like it's going to be... It looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I hate Suicide Squad, but I want to see this movie.
Yeah. I trust this movie. Well, definitely more than Suicide Squad, but I think DC's, their past few movies have been a little bit better.
Yeah, they have been. I mean,
I don't know if you saw Aquaman or Shazam, but those were significantly better from Justice League, Suicide Squad.
Justice League and Suicide Squad were so fucking bad, I just don't want to.
Yeah, I still have never finished Justice League. I never made it to the end, which I think kind of... It's weird, because I like Justice League more than Suicide Squad, but I finished Suicide Squad. Maybe it's because I saw that in theaters, and because I thought it would be good at the time. I haven't
finished Justice League either.
Yeah,
they get to that fucking Chernobyl city.
Yeah.
Whatever that was.
That weird, Russian reactor city.
It's fucking...
That's in the middle of nowhere, but yet there's still a giant building that Superman lifts earlier that we don't ever notice before, and there's still the family that they fucking just shove into your face for so fucking long.
Oh, yeah. What
it's
was
weird.
up with that? Anyways, I finished right where Superman comes in and starts beating the shit out of Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf, right?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is his name Steppen?
I don't know.
Stephen. Just call him Steppenwolf. Like Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't know. He's
Fucking hate comic books.
Steppenwolf. It was a bitch villain anyway.
I don't hate comic books. But
Yeah. Ezra Miller's Flash, though, easily my favorite thing from that movie.
yeah, Ezra Miller's Flash is really good.
I just can't wait till we get his solo movie.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Don't make me put a spoiler alert in here.
No, I'm not.
Okay, good.
But
good. I can't fucking wait.
Birds of Prey? Yeah, gonna be good.
I mean, Flashpoint's going to happen.
Yeah.
Flashpoint is happening.
Yeah.
Like, it's still happening.
Well,
thank God.
Hopefully it's Flashpoint. We don't fully have all the details on that because we don't know.
No, they've said it's Flashpoint. Wasn't who was it? Justin Lin is his name? Wasn't he attached to it? Justin Lin, the dude who did Fast and Furious.
Like as a director?
Yeah.
No, if he was, he's since been removed and Andy Muschietti's taken over as director. He directed It's Chapter 1 and 2.
Oh yeah. Well then, Justin Lin is the one who did Fast and Furious, right?
I don't know. I'm not a big Fast and Furious fan.
Nor am I. Nor am I. But I mean, still.
Yeah, I don't know, but we'll see. I guess. I mean, I think Flashpoint would definitely be the best one to do for the Flash. I think that's one everyone knows well enough to where you can get a good group of people to go see it. I don't personally know too many other Flash storylines, but then again, I don't really know much about the Flash outside of select comics and the show and the movies and the animated stuff like Justice League and Young Justice.
You just said, I don't know much of Flash, but like I know a lot. That's basically what you just said.
I don't know all the intricacies of the Flash. Speaking of the animated Justice League Flash, though.
Yeah.
I just found out who played him the other day.
Who?
Fucking Michael Rosenbaum. He did the voice for the Flash on Justice League.
No shit.
Yeah. It was fucking crazy when I found that out. And I was just like, Michael Rosenbaum already has
Isn't there an episode where fucking Lex Luthor becomes Barry Allen?
No. He kidnaps the Flash.
And then oh, no, I'm talking about the Justice League animated series.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about
Lex
Smallville.
Luthor, like, body switches fucking the Flash. Because he meant to do Superman. And they do this whole joke where he's like, oh, well, fucking, God damn it. I meant to be Superman, but fuck it. At least I can find out who Flash is. And he goes into the bathroom and he lifts his mask up.
I have no idea who this is.
I have no idea who this is. Yeah, it's just, oh man, that moment's so good.
He's not Barry Allen, though. Wally West.
And on that, was it Wally West?
Yeah, Wally West is the Flash in the animated Justice League show. Yep.
I thought...
Nope, not Barry Allen. It's Wally.
Hmm.
Wally West is the Flash for that. But then when they hit... You're probably thinking of Young Justice, where Wally was Kid Flash still and Barry was the regular Flash.
Yeah, probably. I didn't watch much of Young Justice, though.
It's really good. If you liked the old Teen Titans cartoon from Cartoon Network, go watch all of Young Justice. I don't know how the third season is. Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
It's on par, I'd say. I haven't seen their third season, though, so I don't know how good or bad that could be.
Yeah, I could see that. Well, you piece of fucking trash. Stop mentioning Harry Potter. This is not a Harry Potter friendly podcast.
Honestly, I've had several things that I could mention about Harry Potter just today, but I won't do that.
So before we get into news, let me not be fucking like I'm going to stay in character forever with this whole hating Harry Potter thing. So did you see someone is making a Quidditch league?
On what? Like
PC?
Like a game?
Rocket League.
Oh,
literally,
shit.
But Quidditch.
Oh, I need to play that then.
That apparently goes live March 5th.
Holy shit, we're playing that.
Yeah.
We'll do a video on
like
that.
You have spells and shit that you can use.
Yeah, you got to play with me then because I'll know all that shit and I'll be able to fuck it up.
So it apparently like it's more than just like taking the idea and running. It's literally Rocket League, but instead of soccer and a car, it's Quidditch with the brooms. Like they just take that exact principle.
What position would you play in Quidditch?
Is that a real question?
Yes.
I didn't even know there were other positions.
Then what? You think there's just the seeker who grabs the snitch? Just because Harry Potter does that?
Still genuinely hate Harry Potter, but not blind hatred. I had no idea that, like, so what, the Seeker's a fucking striker?
The seeker, all they do is they just fly around, find the golden snitch, because the only way you can end a Quidditch match
they're a
is
striker.
catching it. Striker?
You know nothing about fucking... Oh. A striker in soccer is someone who literally plays front field. They're the ones who score the goals.
Yeah, so then...
You have striker, midfield, defense, goalie.
So the chasers, 3 chasers, by the way, they pass the ball around and score the points.
Strikers.
Yes, that would be your strikers.
So seekers are midfield?
They don't really interact with the game at all other than catching the snitch, which ends the game and gives them 150 points.
If they catch it?
Yeah, they have to catch it. The game doesn't end until they catch it.
So how the fuck do they score points?
The chasers, they throw the ball around and they throw it through the hoops. There are 3 hoops.
But in order to throw the ball, they'd have to catch it, right?
No. There are 3 different types of balls. There's the quaffle, which is the ball they throw between each other and in the hoops. There are the bludgers, which brings me to the beaters. There are 2 beaters on each team. They carry around these bats and they hit the bludgers, which are these crazy ass fucking balls that try to knock you off your broom and shit. They have bats and they try to hit them at the other players. And then there's the snitch, which is what the seeker goes after. And then there's the keeper who just defends the hoops.
So they literally just took the idea of soccer.
And then put it in the air, yes.
Or football, as it's properly called.
Yeah, it's just air soccer with 3 different types of balls.
Air football.
Air football. But there's no feet involved. There's only hands. And brooms. Broom ball.
Yeah, but it's still the same principles as, like,
Yeah,
football.
pretty much. Even though in the book, Harry compares it to basketball, which I'm just like, that's... No.
People are going to be so confused as to why I call soccer football.
Yeah. But, yes, you can't end a Quidditch game until the Seeker catches the snitch. So this has happened, and it even happened in the Goblet of Fire book at the Quidditch World Cup. You can have more points. So you can catch the snitch and still lose if the other team has more points, because it only gives you 150 points and ends the game. It doesn't mean you win. So if the other team has more points than you, but you guys are just like, fuck, we got to end this game, catch the snitch.
Anyways, yeah, before we go on this fucking Harry Potter rant, god damn it, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I tell him I'm going to flog him if he does it again. So I guess he'll get his nightly flogging.
You and what army? Do it, pussy.
This flog.
Is that going to be a new type of vlog? We're going to have a flog channel?
Flog channel.
But yes, we can move forward.
I did say we were gonna upload this to Pornhub, so same, right?
Pretty much.
Instead of vlogging, when you upload to Pornhub, is it vlogging?
Huh. I don't know.
I think I just discovered a new market. Boom.
Damn.
I was gonna make a pretty fucked up joke, but no one's gonna understand that I'm joking. I'll make that joke later. Anyways, holy shit, we've gone on for a long time. What is the first news story you want to talk about?
First one I have here is that Good Smile Company, they make toys of all sorts, but particularly ones that I know that you'll know of is they make those little, they're like 4-inch chibi toys. They got the really big heads and they got the anime style faces. They're coming out with a Sam Porter from Death Stranding. Right now it's on pre-order. The pre-order is going to be available through February 5th through March 18th. So it's already available for pre-order as of now. Definitely try to get it before it either sells out or before the pre-order's over. If you're interested, if you play Death Stranding and like it, and if not, if you're just a fan of their toys.
To be fair, $50 for these is fucking insanely cheap.
And that's how much this one is. Even for the pre-order, it's only $49.99 US.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't collect these things because they're fucking expensive, but
So there was
I
no.
mean, if you do, go for it.
There was no release date on the website. It just said that the estimated shipping time would be August 2020. So I imagine it'll come out August.
Holy shit! Yeah. Okay.
So there are two versions of this that you can get. There's the regular version, which is the $49.99 version, and then there's one called the Great Deliverer, which comes with a fuck ton more cases that you can put on his back if you want to get that full Death Stranding accuracy.
How much is that one for?
That one's going to be $83.99
for fucking boxes.
I think there's also the hood attachment and the
hood attachment,
like the other back thing. I've never played Death Stranding yet, which
that makes
I know.
way more sense.
I'm terrible for not playing it. I need to get to it, but
I haven't finished it.
That like back thing that he puts on with like the fucking robot claw looking thing. I don't know what it is. Like a scanner? I don't know.
Yeah, that's like I forget what it's called, but yeah, it's essentially how you scan the environment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's got a lot of cool accessories.
And then the rest of that, it's just cargo.
Yeah, and the articulation's pretty good on these. They bend it like the elbows and knees, things like that. There are different, I think, hands you can put in them, I believe. But yeah, that's the first one I have here just because I saw that and I was like, whoa, that, like, I haven't played Death Stranding and nor do I collect these toys, but I might have to get one of these.
Yeah.
Just because it looked really cool.
It does look, it does look really cool. And I like the, I don't know. They have the aesthetic that's kind of like, if you've ever seen what Final Fantasy World looks like, they kind of look like that. Yeah. And it is a really cool looking aesthetic for certain things, especially in my opinion, I think stuff like Death Stranding and anime and shit like that.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the first thing I have here.
I want a Kirito one.
They have one.
I should go to Cool Stuff and get that Kirito one.
Yeah, they have. I'm sure even if you looked on their website, you could find different versions of it.
I want Kirito and Asuna.
Yeah, they have both of those.
Yeah,
on their site.
God, I fucking love Sword Art.
Did you know they have the Link and Zelda ones? Yeah, I think they also have Sheik.
Oh yeah, I did know they have Link one. I have not seen the Sheik one.
I believe there's a Sheik. Don't quote me on that, but I'm almost 100% there's a Sheik one. I know there's Link and Zelda.
So I'm probably gonna have to get those.
Yeah, for sure. Fuck. Yeah, they have.
Oh, real quick, because I don't think you wrote it down. Are you gonna talk about some of the pops coming out?
No, I didn't have the pops written down.
Okay.
Want to talk about
No. I don't want to talk about, like, we're not getting into a news story. We're not anything. But for the longest time, I've been wanting Nintendo pops.
Okay.
Mario, Zelda. Yeah. I would love specifically Zelda and Metroid Prime or Metroid pops.
Yeah.
Prime's just the game that I like. I'm confession time. Not the biggest Metroid fan.
Unless it's Prime.
That's my shit. I don't really like Metroidvanias. You don't
like the regular Metroid games or Other M, right? Because Other M you vehemently hate, right?
Other M was pretty bad. Like, I can admit the other Metroid games are they're masterpieces. Like,
just not your cup of tea.
Like Super Metroid? It's fucking amazing.
I love Super Metroid.
Not a huge fan.
See, I just don't like the style of game. I like the style a lot, actually.
Which I've never played Symphony of the Night, so I need to.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's a must play.
I need to go back and play it. It's on
PlayStation.
Is it on Switch?
Maybe you'd have to check the store. I don't doubt it though.
Yeah, I might.
I know for a fact it's on PlayStation.
I might have to do that. But for the longest time, I've wanted Nintendo pops. Yeah. From Funko. You know, they're pop figures. They're immensely popular. And I never thought we were going to get them because Nintendo has deals with other places. And from what it seems, Nintendo does not like to make deals with people who do merchandise as far as like big brands because they want to take a lot of the cut, right? So they figure that the only reason they're going to buy said merchandise is because it's a Nintendo product. And that company holds no weight. Funko holds a lot of weight. People are going to buy Funko Pops regardless. They're making Pokemon Pops.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I know what you're talking about. And I looked into it, and I'm pretty sure they've made Pokemon ones before, if I'm not mistaken. But I might have just been seeing another
I have no idea.
The current ones that are coming out.
But that gives me hope that I will get a fucking Link, Zelda, Sheik, and Samus pop figure. And then my life will be complete.
You're not going to get like a a Ganon
Then I
to
can
round
suicide
off
myself.
that.
Nah, I don't really care for Ganon.
But just to round off the Triforce.
Nah, I'd
Really?
get one of the Gerudo before I got a Ganon.
Really?
Yeah, I don't care for Ganon.
Which game do you think would make the best pop figures of the Zelda games?
Wind Waker, but they're gonna do Ocarina or Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, probably. I think
So
there isn't really a lot of merch for Wind Waker.
there's more than you would think, but not as much as Ocarina
Yeah.
or Majora's Mask has a shit. Actually, I think they would probably do Link throughout different games. They would do a Toon Link, cover Wind Waker. They would do a Breath of the Wild. And they would probably do a Kid Link.
I think I think they could definitely do
do-
the Majora's Mask ones because when he puts on the different masks.
They would do a Link with the Skull Kid mask.
Yeah.
So I think
Which ones would you get of that? Probably all of them.
fucking all of them.
Yeah.
That's what I said about Last Airbender too, and I just have the Aang Pop, and I didn't even get that one. It was gifted to me because I couldn't. I was like, I can't drop 100.
I showed you
bucks
those
on Pop
those
figures.
new ones though, the Korra ones and the new Avatar ones.
Yeah, you did. I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah,
It's my wallet crying.
pretty much.
What's the next story?
Next one I got right here is that Witcher, with the Netflix Witcher series has cast a new member for season 2. It's going to be the actress from Dolittle. Her name is Caramo Laniato, and I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, but she's going to play a character called Violet, who is not an original character from the books or anything like that, but she was described as, quote, a young girl whose playful and whimsical demeanor is a front for a smarter and more sadistic character, end quote.
So they're deviating away from the source material already.
Yeah, it seems. But this is she's going to be in the subplot, and they said probably 3 episodes at most.
That's not terrible.
Yeah.
I could take that. I mean, and they set a front for a more devious character, which means that they could introduce something else.
Yeah.
It got renewed for God knows how many seasons. I just want to see the Wild Hunt in it.
Yeah.
Because the Wild Hunt would be
I think that would be
cool as shit.
I'm just waiting for
but
Vesemir.
they need the budget for it.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Vesemir.
It's because
Mark
you want
Hamill.
Mark Hamill as
I do.
Vesemir.
I
I don't
do.
know if Mark Hamill's going to be Vesemir.
I mean, I'm fine with whoever they cast as Vesemir, but I do love Mark Hamill. And the thought of him playing Vesemir would be...
What if they get like
Amazing.
Val Kilmer? Kilmore. I don't know why.
Kilmer?
Kilmer. Val Kilmer. I can never say his name right.
don't know.
I'm not entirely sure why.
Probably because you don't like Batman Forever.
No, but I don't remember him as Batman. I liked him in Willow,
Oh, yeah, he was in Willow.
and I didn't care for Top Gun. So
Yeah, but
there you
like
go.
both of us don't care for Top Gun, and the new movie makes no sense. But whatever, we won't talk about that because
Hey, listen. Tom Cruise is a fucking 80-year-old goddamn fighter pilot, okay? He probably
They
shits
shouldn't-
himself when he hits 3 Gs.
they shouldn't let him pilot anymore.
Are you being ageist, you piece of shit? What a fucking...
They really
fucking-
shouldn't.
Why? Why can't he dream
Isn't that the whole
to-
point of the movie? Is that he's too old?
I don't fucking... You think I paid attention to that piece of shit? He's too old.
I mean, he is.
It doesn't make sense, man. You couldn't be a fighter pilot that old. You couldn't.
I don't see why anyone would want to at that
I
age.
don't know. I think that's the plot of the movie. If I've seen the trailers portray the...
I don't know.
I just don't get how you can have a movie with no conflict in this day and age. Because from the trailers I've seen, there's been no conflict. It's looked like the old Top Gun movies, which was like a movie that was very indicative of its time, where like it didn't need conflict. It was just like, oh, we're going to fucking party on the beach and have a fucking 10-minute scene or 15-minute scene where we play fucking volleyball shirtless.
And apparently they're bringing that back.
They are bringing that back.
I saw Miles Teller was in the trailer, though, and I was like, damn it. Pulling someone I love into this.
Who the fuck is Miles Teller?
This isn't a great representation of what Miles Teller has been in, but it's the one thing I know you'll know him from was he was Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four reboot.
Oh.
He was also in
he
Whiplash, if you know what
no,
Whiplash
not
is.
Whiplash.
That was a great movie.
He was in that movie where it's like the 3 teens who get fucking superpowers.
Yeah,
wasn't he?
Chronicle. You've seen Chronicle?
Yeah.
I love Chronicle. Michael
B.
Jordan's
Jordan
in
was
it
in
the-
Chronicle too, wasn't he? Yeah. And then fucking what's his name from Valerian?
Dan DeHaan.
Yeah. He was in Valerian, and then he played Green Goblin, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And
Such a good
not
movie.
in the
And
the
he
most
played
recent
in the
iteration of Green Goblin.
Yeah, in the Amazing Spider-Man too.
Yeah. The Andrew Garfield movies, who I still think was the best Spider-Man.
I can't disagree with you on that. I
like,
love Andrew Garfield. I like Tom Holland.
Tom Holland's good. Tom Holland makes a really good modern young Spider-Man,
and he fits the universe they've built.
Andrew Garfield makes the perfect classic Spider-Man, though.
Yeah, I think so too.
Tobey Maguire was not very.
But I can't necessarily blame that on him. He's great at acting. I just can't really blame that on him.
I don't really care for Sam Raimi.
It's a lot of the writing.
Yeah, I really don't care for Sam Raimi.
I really hope he's not directing
But
Doctor Strange too.
I was gonna segue you into it. You're bad at segues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's rumored to be directing Doctor Strange 2 because they did lose their director recently for creative differences. Disney has a trend with that for some reason. I wonder, you just got to wonder at some point, and of course they've said it with a few of the movies, what must be these creative differences?
I think sometimes they're not getting along with the actors that they're paying shit tons of money.
You think?
I think so.
I feel like Benedict Cumberbatch is someone anyone can get along with, though.
I'm not saying it's Benedict Cumberbatch.
That's fair.
I mean, like, think about some of the actors that they have tied to. Benedict Cumberbatch isn't going to be the only one in Doctor Strange.
That's true.
Fucking, what's her name? Elizabeth Olsen. I just found out
Scarlet
she's
Witch?
fucking Olsen twin sister.
You didn't
I
know
had no
that?
fucking idea.
You
I didn't
really
know her
didn't know?
fucking name. No. I made a bet on this today and lost.
Yeah.
Someone said she's one of the Olsen sisters.
Yeah,
and I
she
said,
is.
get the fuck out of here. I'll bet you $20 that's not one of the Olsen
she
sisters.
is. She's the youngest.
And they were like, see, it's fucking Elizabeth Olsen. And I was like, she's not a fucking Olsen sister,
is.
you dumbass. I was like, the Olsen twins are Mary Kate and Ashley. And they were like, and Elizabeth.
Yeah.
They were like,
you
I
can
didn't
see
say
the resemblance,
twin.
can't
I
you?
said sister. Yeah, no, yeah. I thought she looked a whole lot like him. I didn't know her name was Elizabeth Olsen.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I had no idea she was related to them at all.
I got you.
Like, if I heard her name was Elizabeth, she was like, see, Elizabeth Olsen. And I was like, it's not one of the Olsen twins, you dumbass. The chick was like, I didn't say one of the Olsen twins. I said sisters. And I was like, oh, you fucking, god damn it.
But yes.
I didn't pay up on that bet because she didn't want to shake because I was extremely confident.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's like the second
So
law of the universe.
I was like, shake on it. She was like, no. I'm now not confident. You're extremely confident. I was like, because it's not one of the Olsen sisters. Turns out it was. I was talking about the twins, though.
I wish I was there for. I would have shook immediately and taken whatever you offered up.
I hope not, because I also offered up some other things.
Gross. I don't know why you'd want to give that to anyone. It's for life.
That's not bad. That's pretty good. That's
all right. I personally have nothing else really to add for the whole Sam Raimi Doctor Strange 2 thing because it's not confirmed yet, so we'll just see.
I don't like Sam Raimi as a director. I know a lot of people like his horror movies. I don't care for horror movies. I understand I'm completely biased here. Yeah. I personally didn't like any of the Raimi Spider-Man. He did what, 1 and 3?
1, 2, and 3.
He did 1, 2, and 3?
He did the whole trilogy.
Nah, I don't care for him. The second one was the best one, but none of them hold up.
I'd say the second one's the best one, but I like the first one the most because Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin.
There's like a shit ton of nostalgia attached to it. I'm not saying that, but
so bad though when you go back and rewatch them.
They're fucking awful, man.
And they utilize so many great Spider-Man stories too, especially the second one because it's Spider-Man No More, which I think is one of the best ones to utilize. I love Spider-Man.
I think Tobey Maguire does a fucking pretty awful job with it though.
Yeah, imagine him as like MCU Uncle Ben though. Fits the age.
Holy shit. I kind of want Tobey Maguire as MCU Uncle Ben.
I think he's talked about the MCU before and said that it's not necessarily like off the table. He just had to find something that he likes.
Yeah, but
I don't think they do it though.
I don't think he's allowed to.
I don't know.
I mean, Sony's making their own Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Like not into the Spider-Verse, but their own like
universe
MCU style.
Yeah, and it seems to be tying in with the MCU according to Morbius, but we don't entirely know yet.
They're fucking reporting they're gonna have a fucking Madam Web live action movie.
Ooh, yikes,
dude! Look, Madam Web is cool as shit, and that's when you start getting into like the alternate realities and so on and so forth. I fucking love the character of Madam Web. Don't get me wrong. I love all the shit that happens with it.
Fuck in the animated show.
I don't get doing this in live action. I really, really don't. But that's for another podcast.
Yeah, I'll move on to my last story. That way we can round mine off and move into yours. Last thing I got here is the live action Lilo and Stitch Disney Plus movie. So it was reported, I believe, in 2018 when the Aladdin movie was first announced that there would be a live action Lilo and Stitch, and we recently got more information on that. That news being that it will start production in fall in Hawaii, and the name's tied to it. Just for anyone wondering, it'll be written by Mike Van Wees, who wrote this movie called. It's not out yet. It's a movie that's going to be like a spin-off, I think, sequel to the Insidious movies. It's not out yet, though.
Despite hating horror movies, I really like the Insidious movies.
Yeah. And then it'll be produced by Dan Ling and Jonathan Eyrick, which Dan Ling produced movies like all the Lego movies. So, Lego Movie 1 and 2, Lego Batman movie, Ninjago. He did all those. He also produced the live-action Aladdin and the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movies, as well as Two Popes and It Chapters 1 and 2. And then Jonathan Eyrick did Aladdin with them, as well as Two Popes. And then he also separately produced the 2017 live-action Death Note movie.
Yeah. Okay, that's the tie-in. See, I was going to say, okay, they're getting some pretty big names for a straight to Disney Plus, which personally I wish this is the one this is one of the live actions that I think I would appreciate, like I'm down for, but I'm not a huge fan of the idea of straight to Disney Plus. I mean, prove me wrong, because I fucking love Netflix movies.
Yeah,
like I love Netflix shows, movies.
I haven't really
blah,
watched
blah, blah.
any of the Disney Plus exclusive stuff, like Lady and the Tramp. I know they did, and they have their own shows that they do. I think the only Disney Plus thing I've watched is Mandalorian.
If Mandalorian is any indication, though, I'm so excited for this movie.
And the movie, of course, is rumored to be live-action CG mix for things like the aliens.
Yeah.
But not sure entirely if they'll try to go like the Baby Yoda route and do like the puppets for that.
I really hope so. See, I'm on board with this. Give me this, Atlantis, Hercules, and Treasure Planet.
And
that's it.
And reportedly, Chris Sanders will return to do the voice for Stitch again. He did the voice in the original movie back in 2002.
I'm down with that. I'm down with that. But...
And they're searching for a director right now, and there's no word on any cast as well.
I'm blanking on his name, but the dude who played Cobra Bubbles, what was his name?
I don't remember.
It's the dude from The Green Mile. He died a couple years ago.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name. But I know who you're talking about, and yeah, so I'm wondering who they'll get to play Bubbles as well, because I really like Lilo and Stitch. That's why I'm really kind of down to see this movie. I don't know necessarily if I'll watch it like day one or anything like that. I'll probably like see it at one point and be like, oh yeah,
Michael Clark Duncan, and unfortunately he passed away some time ago, which was pretty fucking tragic. He was really young.
Yeah,
seemed really cool. It always sucks to hear shit like that, but
of course.
I am curious on who they're going to get to play him.
Yeah, me as well. I just wonder who they're going to get for the entire cast.
Yeah, like there were a lot of people who said like what's crazy is Michael Clark Duncan could play Cobra Bubbles in real life, like for real. And it would be so cool. And now that's not... I wonder what they're going to do and if people are going to be happy, because anytime anything like that happens, typically they're not.
I think it'll start the same way that like the Will Smith Aladdin genie thing did, because
or
the whole Robin Williams and him playing the role, and I don't know.
Yeah, Robin Williams was in a different league in people's like hearts than Michael Clark Duncan. And I'm not saying anything against them, nothing like that. Robin Williams was just like a one of a kind fucking special human. So I think that's where the backlash came from. I think you're still going to see backlash, but there was backlash when fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson was cast in Cosmos instead of not instead of, but Carl Sagan had passed at the time, and
Yeah.
he'd been passed for a while, but no one thought that Carl Sagan could really do it. There had been rumors that Bill Nye was going to do it for the longest time. No one wanted that.
Yeah.
I can't even stand Bill Nye anymore. But that's neither here nor there.
Mm-hmm.
I think with this one, if they do it respectfully,
Yeah, of course.
they'll
And
be able
like
to get
I said,
away with
I
it.
really love Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, so do I.
Um,
I think it's fucking awesome.
And so I'm more than happy to watch this movie. Definitely be one to...
I even used to watch the animated series.
Yeah, on Disney
only
Channel.
because you guys used to watch it when you were
Yeah,
kids.
I really loved the animated series. So I liked...
It
I've
wasn't
seen-
on... I think it was just on Disney XD.
No, Disney XD wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah, Disney XD was the thing.
You
Disney
sure?
XD is pretty old. Yeah.
Oh. I don't remember anything. Well, we never watched Disney XD. I don't remember ever watching Disney XD.
Yeah, we had that cable package because we had to have Rye,
Oh, okay.
which is the Italian channel, and it just so happened Rye International is an Italian channel, almost like how Telemundo or something,
Okay.
which is it's called something else now, but it was Telemundo at the time. Is like a Spanish channel. Rye was an Italian channel. And the cable package that you had to get that had Disney XD.
Oh,
Because I remember having G4 as well and being fucking stoked. Loved G4 at the time.
nice. Well, then, yeah, I do remember the show, and I've seen all the Lilo and Stitch movies they did. You know,
pretty
1
cool.
and 2.
Yeah.
And everything that pretty much every Lilo and Stitch show movie I've seen, just because I really liked it.
I want
as a
Danny
kid.
DeVito somehow worked into this movie.
Jamba.
That is beautiful. I'm going to have great dreams tonight.
I don't know what that means, and I'm kind of scared.
Don't be. Embrace it.
I'll put my headphones in so I don't hear what's going on. I'm just gonna ignore it and move forward.
Yeah, that's the appropriate move.
Yes.
I think.
All right, and
Or you could.
no,
No.
no,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
not
All right.
gonna
All right.
entertain that in any way.
I'll suggest it off air.
You can do it on air, off air. The answer will always be no. It will never
Fucking
change.
yawning. It is so late. Yeah. No, I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Yeah. It's one of the few Disney live action adaptations that I think could go really well.
Yeah, and for some reason they're not doing the ones that would be super fucking dope to see. But you know, hopefully one day we get to see those because I just want live action Atlantis.
Treasure
Honestly.
Planet, Atlantis, and what's the other one I said just a minute ago?
I don't know. I honestly wasn't listening.
Hercules. Yeah. Then again, I asked for Mulan, and they somehow managed to fuck that up. So whatever.
Yeah, so
In a time
guess
where
it's
Eddie
kinda like-
Murphy's coming back to fucking Hollywood.
Yeah. So I guess it's kind of careful what you wish for with Disney because they could do it, you know, exactly what you want or just kind of fuck you over.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I want a live action Mulan. I think that'd be dope as fuck.
And then they were like, okay, but like, no.
It looks kind of cool, and then it doesn't. So
Yeah.
whatever. I didn't see Aladdin. I didn't see Lion King.
I didn't see Aladdin or Lion King either. The last one I think I watched was Jungle
will en-
Book. But
I
then,
haven't seen
but then,
any.
but then I
haven't
saw
seen any
Mowgli.
of them.
But then I saw Mowgli and was like, Mowgli's so much fucking better. There was no point in watching Jungle
I haven't
Book.
seen Jungle Book. I didn't see Lion King. I didn't see Aladdin. I didn't see Beauty and the Beast. I haven't seen any of the Disney
Maleficent?
live action. Maleficent is not a live action adaptation. It's a new movie,
It's meant to be their live action adaptation, though.
but it's a new movie.
It is, but that's what they're.
But it's not Sleeping Beauty. But see, that's
Alice
what
in
I'm
Wonderland.
saying is
That was Disney.
that Disney?
Yes.
That was pretty good. The
Yeah.
Burton ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were pretty good.
I didn't care too much for Alice Through the Looking Glass, but I liked the first one.
I pretty much like anything Johnny Depp's in,
That's fair. I love Johnny Depp. So.
except for what was it, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah.
That was
but that's not his fault.
Yeah, but I didn't like his. It was the only time I could say I did not like a Johnny Depp performance.
Oh, yeah. It's very creepy and just
Yeah.
too Burton-y.
Yeah.
Which I've never really thought there'd be anything too Burton-y, but.
Oh no, I did. I'm not
weird.
I'm not a huge fan of Burton. I don't dislike Burton. I'm not a huge fan though, so it was neither here
Fair.
nor there for me. I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm cool with that.
But other than that, Johnny Depp kind of always does very fucking well.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Enzo here. I'm just going to take a quick break to let you know today's podcast, today's multi-tap, is brought to you by patreon.com/GamesTechMM. See, over there, you could throw a couple bucks at our faces, couple coins, as we like to say, starting at only $1 a month. That would net you Patreon-only posts and messages, ad-free podcasts every week, and our bonus bi-weekly podcast, Free Ballin', which, if you ask me, it's where the gloves come off. It's pretty good. But it's my podcast, so I guess I'm obligated to say that? Am I paying me to say that? I don't know. You should judge for yourself if it's good or not. But at $2 a month, you would get all that plus 2-day early access to all the content. That's like 50 cents a week, you guys. I don't even think you can buy gum for that anymore. I think. Not very smart, nor fiscally responsible. So maybe don't take money advice from me. Huh. Well, this makes for a bad ad. I'm going to leave it, you guys. I'm confident in all of us. Anyways, like I said, head on over to patreon.com/GamesTechMM and show us some support if you'd like. If not, we appreciate the listen. Hope you're enjoying. All right. So, here's what I want to talk about. First things first, we're going to get to a story we touched on last week. I want to talk about Warcraft 3 Reforged again. So, according to Forbes, Blizzard is making it much easier to get refunds on Warcraft 3 Reforged. Okay, so we talked about what a clusterfuck this was. And there's a support page that lists, I want a refund of Warcraft 3 Reforged as a, quote, common problem, in which is in Forbes reports, which is in itself not a great starting point. Here's what Blizzard has to say, quote, Blizzard stands by the quality of our products and our services. Normally, we set limits for the refund availability on a game based on time since purchase and whether it has been used. However, we want to give players the option of a refund if they feel that Warcraft 3 Reforged does not provide the experience they wanted. So, we've decided to allow refunds upon request for the time being. You may request a refund here, they link, on our support site, end quote. Just a quick update on that. Yeah, it's apparently there was a 2 gig update. Mind you, the original game was 2 gigs.
Yeah.
There was a 2 gig update that helped animations and so on and so forth. That game has been a clusterfuck. So, the next thing I do want to talk about is typically I don't like linking to this particular site. They're one of the only ones reporting on it. So, according to Kotaku, yeah, we're starting off good. But it is something that's not really being talked about, and this game has a shit ton of players. EVE Online had a DDoS attack. It's been locking players out for 9 days as of Thursday. I don't know if this resolved now, but this was a huge deal. There was a PC Gamer report that initially reported the attack, and not a huge update. The developers, CCP, issued a statement a few days ago, which is probably about a week ago now, if you're listening to this. And it says, quote, the DDoS attack that started over a week ago have been ongoing. Oh, the DDoS attacks that started over a week ago have been ongoing. And the majority of problems you all have been dealing with are a direct result of this. Our team and our partners have constantly been working on minimizing the interruption to our services. However, the experience for many pilots have still been suboptimal. Please accept our sincerest apologies for the inconvenience it has caused you. We understand that the inability to properly play EVE Online has been the source of frustration, and it is our highest priority to do everything within our power to restore and maintain a high level of service that you expect from us. This is a pretty big deal. EVE Online is a huge fucking game on PC. Huge. Absolutely huge. The fact that they had a DDoS attack that's actually been affecting their servers is pretty substantial. So that was in the news.
And you said this was as of Thursday?
This was as of Thursday. We're recording on Saturday. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was pretty fucking substantial. Now, I want to talk about complete hypocrisy within games media. Excuse me. Fucking dying. So, I'm initially going to talk about a protocol article where Phil Spencer, I believe. Oh, who sat down? Phil Harrison. I'm sorry. No, Phil Spencer. Yeah, Phil Spencer. I'm sorry. I'm reading. Phil Harrison is a Google vice president and general manager and longtime game exec. Phil Spencer is head of Microsoft Games, so he's head of Xbox. He sat down with Protocol and basically said that, let me find the quote. Okay, so Protocol writes, Microsoft's Phil Spencer says he doesn't consider Sony and Nintendo his main competition anymore, largely because neither of those Japanese companies own its own top-end global cloud infrastructure akin to Microsoft's Azure platform. One of Microsoft's main selling points for the new Xbox will be integration with its xCloud technology, which is meant to allow you to play the same game across console, desktop, and mobile devices. Quote, when you talk about Nintendo and Sony, we have a ton of respect for them, but we see Amazon and Google as the main competitors going forward, Spencer said. That's not to disrespect Nintendo and Sony, but the traditional gaming companies are somewhat out of position. I guess they could try to recreate Azure, but we've invested tens of billions of dollars in cloud over the years, end quote. Now, here's why this is significant. Because Google Stadia has bombed so far, which to no one's surprise.
No.
However, remember when we were talking about this before? It wasn't on the podcast, so I'll clue everyone in. I said the Founders Edition was fucking stupid because you were paying $129.99 for beta testing their free version that's going to launch. There is no other cloud service that has beta tested like this. They weren't even beta testing this to begin with. Now, mind you, here's why it's significant. Because I beta tested Stadia, and it was not the debacle that it is now. But that was only running Odyssey. It ran pretty fucking good off Chrome. Now, it's apparently not working for mobile browsers, blah, 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 blah.
You beta tested it on computer?
Yeah. It was only beta testing on Chrome browsers on a PC. Now, okay. Here's why I want to talk about the hypocrisy in games media. Because games media is shitting on Phil Spencer, saying that he said something incredibly stupid. Oh, Phil Spencer said something so fucking dumb. And I'm like, listen. Google and Amazon have integrated themselves in every single piece of your fucking life there is. Period. Google makes sure that you're pushed to their search browser. I don't know anyone who uses fucking Bing. Like, show me a privacy advocate and maybe they use DuckDuckGo.
No one does.
Like, it's a fucking Google is something that it very much, Google Stadia was not meant to do well within the price range of their pro users. It's meant to do well when it comes out for free users. Because tell me, what are most people going to end up doing? Buying a $500 console, or are they going to just buy the game and stream it? Because most people who aren't game enthusiasts, who buy Madden, Call of Duty, FIFA every year, and that's all they get, why would they possibly buy a console when they could just buy the game and stream it? For them, there's going to be no real noticeable latency. Now, for game enthusiasts, there are. Don't get me wrong. The technology's not there yet. But do you know what else launched this week? to thunderous applause, NVIDIA's fucking GeForce Now.
Oh, yeah. I remember you told me about this today, I think.
And I beta tested GeForce Now. Now, I will admit, GeForce Now works immensely better than Google Stadia did. Because, again, I'm saying this as someone who beta tested both of them. GeForce Now works really, really well, but I'm looking at games media, and so hold on. But before we go into this, everyone's talking about that it's pretty solid, but here's the pricing for NVIDIA's GeForce Now. There's a free model for $0 a month. It's a starter access 1 hour sessions, and you have unlimited of those. So after an hour, it kicks you off. Or you could pay $5 a month and you get priority access, extended session length, RTX on. RTX, that's ray tracing. And free 90-day introductory period. So you don't even get billed for 3 months. Now, this accesses the games you already have, and it, again, has come out, as it should, to thunderous applause. But this is scary because it means the technology works. The technology that Google and Amazon are trying to take over and literally just engross the gaming industry and have a pretty hostile takeover over the next generation is working. PlayStation Now is working. xCloud is working. I've used all of these. They work. They're fine. You can stream on Steam. It works just fine. It's not where it was when Steam Link came out. And what that tells me is that Microsoft has a very smart business mindset moving forward. Because they know if Sony and Nintendo, which Nintendo I believe they haven't been competition for Sony and Microsoft for a long time. They created their own niche market. And the Switch is doing fantastic. I love the Switch. Love the Switch. But it's not a competitor to Microsoft or Sony. Microsoft realized they lost this console generation. And they started investing so that they could gain the next one. And if they can catch Sony when their footing is off a little bit, like Liam Neeson, when he did a fucking Taken move on Bruce Wayne and knocked him through the ice. That's what that was, right? Taken. He
Sure. Taken with Batman.
But like, think about that. Like, look at that fight scene alone as a parable for this. Sony would be Bruce Wayne, and Microsoft would be Liam Neeson. Spoiler alert.
Batman Begins is a very, very old movie.
They call him Raish.
Yeah, I know that's how it's supposed to be said, but it's Raz.
Raish?
Raz.
Rash al Ghul. Rash. Anyways, but right when they thought they were poised for success, Microsoft can take them out at their feet. And I believe that is what's going to happen if Sony, and that's why Sony's invested so heavily in PlayStation Now. That's why I think on PS5, you're gonna see that backwards compatibility does not mean pop any disc in and play. It means you're going to be able to play any game from PlayStation Now. And now, don't get me wrong, that's not confirmed. So I don't, that's sheer conjecture on my part. But I believe it's a pretty good speculation, like speculative observation.
Do you think if that's the case that they expand that library on PlayStation Now?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Like heavily?
Everything.
Oh, put everything?
Everything. Everything that doesn't have a license issue.
Yeah.
Which, who knows, man? Like, there have been reports that PSP games are going to be on there. I don't think they will be, but how would that be possible? Don't forget, PS3's architecture is incredible. It is notoriously horrible. In fact, for the first 6 months, there weren't games that were coming to PS3 because no one understood how to design them for their architecture.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it was the more powerful console than 360 the entire console generation.
Most notably, I'd say Skyrim, right?
No. So Skyrim was one of the few games that did, but it was broken for 6 months.
Oh, so pretty much.
It was Bethesda. Yeah. But again, let's not forget, and Skyrim also didn't come out within the first 6 months. Don't forget, Skyrim came out in 2011. That was not when the PS3 launched, or even within its launch window. It was closer to when Oblivion came out, which Oblivion ran just fine.
I was talking more so a game that just didn't work on PlayStation.
No, it just didn't work because fucking Bethesda sucks. But also because the infrastructure of Sony sucked for the PS3. Gotcha. You're not going to be able to pop in PS3 games. You're not going to be able to pop in PS2 games, but you will be able to play them. Probably. I mean, Sony's...
Maybe.
So Sony said some weird shit around it. But what my point is why the hypocrisy within the gaming industry? Like, Phil Spencer says something incredibly business savvy, and they call it fucking stupid. This is what we call, like, games journalists' analytical takes. Like, who the fuck, what industry are they looking at? They're clearly not looking at the tech industry, which has been revolutionized and overtaken by Amazon and Google. Yeah, sure, Amazon, they don't have their streaming platform out yet. Stadia has been a fucking clusterfuck. Stadia is a long game thing, man. Amazon is a long game thing when it comes to this fucking streaming platform shit. Because you just need to convince people. I mean, it plays basically the same. I buy the $500 machine and the $60 game, or I just buy the fucking $60 game and fucking stream it on my Chromecast. Or my phone.
Or pretty much anything.
Any other device.
Yeah.
Phil Spencer is a fucking genius for understanding this. Now, with that being said, he wasn't exactly truthful on PlayStation's footing within this streaming ecosystem, because Sony bought, like, they're in bed with Microsoft when it comes to this cloud computing shit. They got help from Microsoft for some of their infrastructure for PlayStation Now. And they do, moving forward for PS5, specifically contracted out Microsoft for some of this. But they're technically correct. Microsoft spent the money in infrastructure, not Sony. Sony's paying them to use their infrastructure. It's still going to be a competitive market because of this. And that's the whole story. But here's what's bothering me. None of this shit has been reported at regular games outlet media or tech or anything like that. They're all calling him stupid. And it's like, are you fucking serious? Like, and like, give me a little bit of like a feedback or something if I'm off base here, or like if you feel I am, because I feel like, am I fucking missing something? Like, is what he said incredibly stupid? Because it doesn't sound like it to me.
No, I think, like you said, it's a very good business move, and especially because you have Amazon and Google doing what they're doing. Like you said, it's a long game for them, and I think they understand
they're not going to disrupt the cells of Microsoft.
Well.
Yeah,
but when you have Xbox coming in to do it as well, they can definitely start to take over that market pretty early on.
Which everyone is poised for this. And I think we've had this discussion before where I was talking about, I think that Sony and Microsoft's competitors are Amazon and Google moving forward. Like, they're not each other's competitors.
Yeah.
Google and Amazon are, because at least they show each other the decency of, like, have you ever looked at, like, when Shuhei was leading Sony shit as, like, pretty important up there, and Phil Spencer, their interactions on Twitter are fucking amazing. Like Phil Spencer's like, I can't wait for fucking Last of Us. Fucking Neil Druckmann's like, oh yeah, cool. Fucking, Shuhei Yoshida talks about how he appreciates this on Xbox, or he really likes Halo, or like, hey, good job, fucking. Oh, I can't wait to play fucking Senua,
yeah.
Senua's Hellblade 2. Can't wait to shit like this. Phil Spencer saying he likes God of War, or so on and so forth. Like, it's not the petty shit that it used to be. They're really, the gaming industry survives only with both of them.
Yeah.
Phil Spencer understands this, and that's why he doesn't view them as competition anymore, because Sony's already got in bed with them, like, for cloud computing. They're not fucking stupid. They're right behind them. But they're just not the ones investing in the infrastructure, which means Microsoft is poised in a higher place to succeed. And don't forget, Microsoft has been buying up studio after studio, dude. And what? Sony's going to come out with fucking 10 more third-person action RPGs? And this is not to shit on Sony. Like, I don't even own an Xbox One. I had one, played Halo 5, got rid of it. I play almost exclusively on PS4. But Phil Spencer's no fucking moron. And the fact that games journalists are calling him stupid, or what he said stupid, shows their ineptitude. And I think that people are really fucking tired of that. What do you think?
Yeah, with all this, I actually just am left with a question for you, actually, with all this.
What's up?
By the time we reach the end game for all this, who do you see kind of on top? If not one, I guess, do you see Amazon, Google, or PlayStation, Xbox? Which one do you personally see coming out on top?
Amazon and Google cannibalize each other. So I don't see them coexisting. Sony and Microsoft aren't getting in bed with Amazon or Google. I see Sony and Microsoft coming out on top, and that's just purely from the fact that I look at Xbox right now and I can get on my PC and buy fucking Gears. And I can play it on Xbox, or I can play it on PC. And that streaming is coming to other platforms. Sony, I can jump on right now. NVIDIA, GeForce Now, I could jump on right now. And again, if you haven't tried these services, please give NVIDIA GeForce Now a try. It is well worth the $5 a month. And don't get me wrong, you don't have access to a library of games. You access the games that you have now, and it's not an alternative to a gaming PC, like a dedicated gaming PC. It's not. But it is a cost affordable alternative for people who would like to get in the PC gaming space, but don't have the fucking money to drop on a PC rig, because I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Gaming is an expensive hobby. These companies are making it accessible for other people. And I think that's fucking amazing. But Phil Spencer understands that, and understands that if they don't, then they're just going to let fucking Google and Amazon mop the floor with them. And that's what's going to happen if they don't act now. Fortunately, they're acting now. I think that by the end of this console generation, whatever that looks like, we're more towards this platform, like these games as services thing, like a Netflix model or Amazon Prime or Hulu. I think there's room for everyone. Like I really do, because Google's bought up some interesting studios that I really want to see their games. Like Phil Harrison is leading Stadia. Let's not forget this. So, more games is a good thing. And if the barrier to entry to play those games is the cost of the game and nothing else, it makes for a good industry, a healthier industry. However, and because it's a more competitive industry. However, Sony and Microsoft already have a hand up in this. Like they're gonna do it. They're gonna win. Whatever it is you want to. 20 years from now, I don't know. 10 years from now, yeah, they're still fucking dominant. I would bet both of my fucking nuts on it. You know what? I would bet all 3 of my nuts on it. All 3 of them.
And we have that on record, thankfully. I will hold you to that in 20 years.
We'll see. We'll see.
In 20 years. Snip, snip.
Snip, snip. No more babies. Yeah, so do you have anything to add to my my fucking rant that I went on there? Or?
No, other than, I guess, you pretty much touched on everything. But, yeah, I think, I am very interested in seeing what Amazon comes out with, seeing with how Stadia is doing. I need to try NVIDIA's GeForce. I don't know. You said it's increased playtime. Is it like unlimited or for the $5, or is it just longer than an hour?
I'm not entirely sure how long their sessions go for. I think it's unlimited, but during peak times, I mean, think about it. Netflix isn't unlimited. They have a certain amount of sessions. So, like, I would cut off or I would at least ask at 2 hours. Hey, like, you still there? Like, that's for a reason. It's because, like, bandwidth is not free. And $5 a month, that's not much at all.
Yeah, so,
like, almost everyone can afford $5 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the point of this, is that games are getting to a place where this doesn't have to be an expensive hobby anymore.
Yeah. And I really do appreciate that aspect of it, being that, you know, growing up, it was always, whenever the new console generation came out, was when I would always get the one before it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm really happy to see that, because I think it will bring more people to gaming, which I think is always a good thing. I think when you can bring more people in to this amazing, weird hobby of ours and just share it with more people, I think it's something truly great, and I hope we keep seeing that. Like you said, more games is always better. You know, even if you have some shit games in there or anything like that. But yeah, I'm interested to see what Amazon eventually does with theirs. I gotta try GeForce, and then I've already tried PlayStation now. I haven't really. I'm, you know, like you said, we pretty much solely play PS4, so I haven't tried Xbox. But
yeah.
I'm gonna have to just to see which one works best.
Yeah, I
for me.
still play some of the games on PC, like, and they work great, man.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't get this fanboy ecosystem bullshit.
No,
I'm a PlayStation fan. I always have been. That's the console I prefer to play on, the controller I prefer to play with. Even during the 360 play, like, I'll admit the 360 is a better controller. When I hold it now, I'm like, holy shit, how did I ever play on a fucking PS3 controller? But during that generation, PS3 was my console of choice. And I own both of them.
Yeah.
I own 2 of each console, and I played a lot of shit on my Xbox, but I played a lot of shit on my PS3. And it's like, I don't understand why we can't just enjoy games. Yeah. Like, do we like games, or do we like sucking the dick of a fucking huge corporation?
Yeah.
Because, like, if that's what you want to do, you're not even included as a game enthusiast.
Yeah. I've always been tired of the whole PlayStation versus Xbox fanboy thing. I think I will, of course, always, PlayStation was what I was just raised with, so I will naturally always want to play it.
Yeah, well, same goes for me for Nintendo.
Yeah. But I can't just exclude Xbox because it's not what I prefer. And I'm definitely going to have to try out some of the games they got coming out for their new console and everything like that, because they do make good games.
Yes.
And I think it'd be unfair for me to not try it out, because I love games. I don't just love one.
Yeah, the new Ninja Theory Sinuous, am I saying that right?
The new Hellblade game?
The new Hellblade game. That's going to be a Series X exclusive. It's going to be an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah.
Like,
and then not to mention Halo Infinite, which I know we're both going to play.
I cannot fucking wait. Yeah. In the same breath, I really can't wait to see if Guerrilla's bringing Horizon 2.
Yeah.
Or, like,
I still need to play Horizon 1.
Like, for example, there was that rumor that Ready at Dawn's Order 1886.
Yeah.
I love that game. It wasn't what they sold us.
Yeah, you like to refer to it as like the Inglourious Bastards of games.
Yeah, kind of. Like, go back and play it without the hype that was attached to it, and I think it is a pretty solid game that built a world that would be fucking awesome. There's been rumors that that's going to be a multi-plat for the next generation, and I fucking hope so, because I just want more people to play the game.
Yeah.
Like,
I still need to play it myself. You've always talked about it in a very good,
it's really good
light, and I'll definitely have to try it.
We'll have to pick it up.
Yeah.
We'll have to pick it up. But the last thing I do want to talk about, because we got to wrap up here, is the coronavirus. And I don't want to meme on it. I don't want to joke. It's a pretty serious situation. We had made, I think we made a joke before. Jokes are all fine and well. There are videos coming out of China that are fucking horrifying. And I don't want to get people to start getting paranoid. But they're talking about supply chains may be fucked up. So Business Insider ran an article this week where they talked about, because there were people who deal with the Apple supply chain saying that Apple may have their supply chains disrupted moving forward with the iPhone 12, which is a pretty real possibility, that because Microsoft and Sony use these same manufacturers for video game consoles, we might have a disruption in the video game sphere for this next generation of consoles. Now, there's been some rebuttal to this by way of Tech Radar. And I don't necessarily agree with either Business Insider nor Tech Radar. I think Business Insider is blowing it out of proportion for clicks, and I think Tech Radar is a little too trusting of the Chinese government. Now, I'll go into detail, but let me read you basically what the Business Insider article was saying is that because these technology supply chains are going to be interrupted, or potentially could be interrupted, we could see problems moving forward for this year's console release. Now, let me go into what Tech Radar says, because they asked, who did they ask? Let me find his name. Michael Patcher, who is an industry analyst, managing director of equity research. They asked him to weigh in, and he says, quote, "If coronavirus lasts through June, it will be a problem for Microsoft and Sony. It's possible that it lasts that long, but the stock market tells you that it's not the case. If it were, the market would be tanking because of the long-term disruption of the supply chain." End quote. Quote, "I could see Apple panicking if coronavirus is still an issue in a month, but I think Sony and Microsoft will quietly arrange for production in Taiwan and Vietnam at the cost of maybe $5 to $10 per unit more at most, just to be safe." End quote. Now, they have already secretly kind of had this in the works, and the reason is that the Trump tariffs that we talked about a couple episodes ago could have been in place, where he said he was going to put a 25% tariff on companies that bring over goods that were made in China. So this includes video game manufacturers like Microsoft and Sony, Nintendo. However, it's not that simple. Yes, production does begin in June, and Apple starts their production now. They point out that where Sony and Microsoft are going to need, say, maybe 1 million units a month, Apple's going to need 4 million units a month. It's not an apples to apples comparison. However,
pun intended.
yeah, actually, I didn't notice that. Going on these rants, man. I just fucking feel like Charlie Day in front of that fucking that conspiracy
the Pepe
board.
Sylvia episode.
Is that what that is? Yeah. I don't know what episodes are what. I love that show though.
Love that show.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
So here's the thing though, is that the Business Insider article is sheer conjecture at this point. It's just speculation based on worst case scenarios. Now I'll agree, they are possible worst case scenarios, but the Tech Radar article is solely based on if the Chinese government is telling us the truth, which the World Health Organization, the WHO, doesn't feel that they are. They don't feel that they are. And the general director of the WHO just said that we have a shortage on medical supplies thanks to how bad the coronavirus is over there. They don't believe that China is accurately representing their numbers. And if you look at their numbers, they look fudged. They're quarantining an entire country because of coronavirus that isn't that serious, that they have under control. Now, according to China, they do have it under control and the numbers are going down. But China lied about SARS in 2003. And there are other leaders who I was watching one the other day from WHO where they were talking about how this is a non-localized version of Chernobyl in the way that the Soviets hid that, China's hiding this. And it's a huge fucking problem that could disrupt supply chains. Now, I think it is entirely too early to start guessing. And I don't think that anyone should be super concerned about whether or not this is going to affect you. But let's be honest. If this affects the supply chain because it is that bad, video games is not what we're going to need to worry about. Nor iPhones, nor it is going to be a huge problem. Stopping a pandemic is going to be the problem. I think right now the coronavirus is popular. Therefore, TechRadar and Business Insider really want clicks. TechRadar needed to disagree with them holistically for whatever fucking reason. So they took China's story, which, again, communist dictator China. They lie about everything. The only real numbers we have come from the Chinese news. That is government operated. Nothing gets through their media without the permission of Xi Jinping, who is their president and dictator, not president. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Dictator. So, I don't trust them because they've lied about shit like this before and the numbers do look fudged. And that's not me saying that. That's the World Health Organization saying that, who, by the way, will have a better idea of this next week because they're sending an envoy to go to Wuhan, where the coronavirus originated, and they're going to go through the rest of China, and they're really going to see how bad the problem is. But the fact that Dr. Li Weiling died at 33, he was the man who discovered this, and again as a doctor, is I think telling on how bad this coronavirus really is.
You were showing me some of these videos, and
they're fucking
horrific.
Horrifying.
There was one, I think in particular, I think it was the city of Wuhan, where it was just like a quick pan of the city, and it's just
it's a
empty.
fucking ghost town now.
Empty.
Yeah.
The trucks going by spraying some weird
chemicals and shit
into the air, and
there are doctors who
it's
are
not just the flu as everyone's
no.
I
don't think so. But again, I will defer to the World Health Organization and what they say next week. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Now,
Did
the only
they
reason
say when exactly next week, or just sometime next week?
Sometime next week.
Okay.
They gave a date, but I didn't write it down.
We're not going to post it on that.
But I'm very interested to see what they say, because if it's as bad as some skeptics think it is, which I don't think you should believe either skeptics nor the narrative that's given out. There's usually some truth in the middle of that one, right? But it's certainly not we don't have the full story right now. And I can't wait to see what the full story is, because this could be a real fucking a way bigger problem than China's making it seem. Because don't forget, this doctor who died a couple days ago, who was trying to raise red flags about the coronavirus, died of the coronavirus. Very rarely do you see a doctor contract a disease or contract a virus that he's found. Because again, they take precautions, they so on and so forth. There are other reports that and look, I'm actually not going to go on talking about these reports because there's not really a confirmed thing. It's all sheer he said, she said at this point. But we need look no further than the 2003 SARS crisis in China. They lied about that. They would lie again.
Yeah.
I have no doubt of that. And on top of that, the general director of the World Health Organization said that we have a shortage now on medical supplies that primarily are imported from China because they're using them domestically. That's That's a lot of fucking medical equipment, specifically masks. So I don't know. I think it's a lot worse than what they're saying. I think it could go the next couple of months, which could disrupt the console release. But again, we will have to see. And I think next week is probably a better idea of that. Do you have anything to add or any, hiccups? Any thoughts?
Yeah, just that I hope that we can trust that everything will be all right soon. Not, of course, for consoles and iPhones and shit like that. Of course, it's a lot bigger than that.
Yeah, no.
I hope it's good
for sure.
For the general like health reasons and like I said, gonna have to stay posted on what the WHO says next week because that's kind of I just guess what we'll I guess think about how this is gonna look going forward.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, it's fucking just pretty fucking terrifying to think about and what we've seen with it. But
yeah, so at the end of the day, I think Tech Radar is right. I think you shouldn't worry because it's not going to delay consoles. But I don't believe the narrative that China's going with. And our thoughts go out to people in China, man, because this thing might be way worse than it actually fucking is. And I hope we can contain it because they're quarantining, and I'm saying that like I'm fucking putting up air quotes, quarantining people in buildings by locking them in, man. There's like crazy leaked footage coming out of there. And I don't want to believe anything until I see the World Health Organization report on it. Now, once the WHO brings their report back from their envoy, then we can know what we're dealing with. But like, I don't know, man. This could be a big problem for China, and a lot of people might suffer from this. And we managed to fit that in because it is related to tech and gaming, but it kind of just puts in perspective how silly it can be to get kind of upset about this when like this is a real problem for them. And meanwhile we're talking about fucking release of our shit, which like I get it. It's localized, it's different regions and so on and so forth. We really can't know what's going on over there, but like seriously, it's a shitty situation. So who knows? Hopefully we'll get the truth sometime next week, but when we do, we'll update that.
Yeah. And of course, by then we'll hopefully, depending on what day the news drops, we'll be able to record it on the podcast to inform everyone and then give our thoughts on everything moving forward.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely don't see a disruption in console prices, but console manufacturers, Sony and Microsoft could, if this does disrupt their supply chain, they won't push back their console release. They will take the hit and they could lose out on tens of millions of dollars, if not hundreds. As to where Apple, this could really affect their shit. This could really affect.
They don't have any other manufacturers, do they?
Pretty much Foxconn, but then again, I don't like. Ooh, they have to. Like, look, man, your cheap iPhones come at a fucking price, and the price of a cheap iPhone is some pretty shitty working conditions at places like Foxconn, and that fucking sucks. But like, I don't know, man. When you see a $2,000 iPhone that was made in Taiwan or something where Foxconn, like, they don't even have those working conditions in places where they do have had working conditions, like, that's why. And I do believe that Apple won't put out a $2,000 base model iPhone. They will very much delay it until Foxconn can reopen. Because, they're talking about that manufacturing has stopped because of the quarantine. So who knows how long these quarantines are going to go on for. It depends on how quickly they can get the coronavirus under control. And we'll see. We'll see. So you can count on being updated here every Thursday on free feeds, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. I still haven't done Google. I'm a lazy fuck. You can see our videos over at youtube.com/GamesTechMM. You can follow me on Twitter at GamesTechMM. Same goes for the Instagram. Bruno doesn't plug his shit because he's a bitch. Also, if you wanted to get this podcast early, 2 days, and access to our bi-weekly podcast Freeballin', where it's not relegated to nerd culture stuff, we just talk about whatever the fuck we want for an hour and a half, you can drop us starting at $1 over there on patreon.com/GamesTechMM. Throw some coins at our faces and reap the benefits. Until next time.
Until next time.
Till next time. Plug your shit next time, bitch.
Bitch.
Oh, bitch. Bitch.